Welcome back to Sporks and Dorks, everybody. I'm Brittany, and today we are eating stuffed pepper. Redo. I'm Brittany, and today we are eating stuffed peppers and baked macaroni and cheese. For a drink, we have some fierce, bold and intense Gatorade in the flavor green apple. Okay, so I couldn't find facts about these, but I did find like a history, so I'm going to pull facts out of that. Okay. So, it says, in America, the classic stuffed pepper consists of a bell pepper, usually the green, for its added bitterness, ground beef, tomatoes, rice, and a sprinkle of cheese. You know the ones, I bet your mom used to make them. So, who started stuffing peppers in the first place? According to Kitchen Project, there are records of classic stuffed peppers in cookbooks dating from a Austin Cooking School cookbook boasts 2 variations of the dish, including one seasoned with onion juice. That's gross. Okay, so here are all the places who have a variation of stuffed pepper. Spain, India, Tanzania, Mexico, Denmark, Hungary, the United States, Romania, Korea, and the Philippines. That is a lot of place who stuffing peppers. Alright, we're about to get into it. Oh my goodness, I love stuffed peppers. They got that cheese crust on it. It's hot. Okay, so I think earlier this week I talked about telling a ghost story. I'm gonna do that now. Alright, so we're going all the way back. Into my last year of middle school, first year of high school. We rented a house, right? Okay. So, everything's okay in this house. It's cool. For a little while. Like, we move in. We get settled. I think we hadn't even been there 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks or less we were there. Me and my sister, or we're messing around, right? And we're trying to race each other to the door. Now, let me set this up for you. When you walk in the house, is the living room, right? And then there's this huge hallway. Huge. Like, I have to say, the hallway was like 2 feet, maybe? Maybe bigger than that. 2 to 5 feet, the hallway. Across, like, it wasn't long, it was like wide. And our room, living room, hallway, that's our bedroom. Come over here, dining room, kitchen, then the back area, there was like another room that we made our playroom since it was off our bedroom that we had. And so when we were in our playroom, we went to that door because that doorway did not have a the doorway didn't have a door. And then into our bedroom. And I go to reach for the door. And the doorknobs are really old. So the doorknob turns. Right? I didn't even touch it. I went to touch it. Literally, my hand. Okay, hold on. This is the doorknob. This is my hand. And I went to grab it, and it went, and the door went open. And it freaked me out. Oh my God. I looked at it. I looked over at my sister, like, did I just imagine that? Am I crazy? She looked at me, and you know that look you give each other, like, you're like, yeah, I know. I've seen it. And we booked it the other way. All the way around. All the way around. We come out. We're telling my mom, like, oh my God, the door, it opened by itself. And she's like, the house is old. It's fine. What? Like, okay, fine. Maybe the door opened because the house is old. Okay. Whatever. Fine. You know? Then, at the time, I was really, like, into Naruto. I had just watched it. It was like, they had, like, this huge marathon on Adult Swim from, like, episode 1, because Shippuden was coming out soon. So, I wanted to catch up. So, I went online, and I was watching Naruto on the weekends. Staying up. By this time, wait, no. Okay, no. I skipped something. Okay. Leave that here. Let's go back a little bit. So before that, like I said, we have our room, and then the other room, which we turned into a playroom, is off that room. So how we divided it is like this half, we made our playroom, and then this half was like the laundry room or whatever. So how we divided it was I had curtains, and since our house was in the middle, our room was in the middle of the house, we didn't have a room, like, you know, we'd have like a window. So my dad put up the curtains for us. We loved it back there. Back then we had like a GameCube. I had a 6-changer CD player, so 6 CDs go in there. They just go. I had my vanity in there. All my sister's toys were in there. Like, it was good. It was really good. So, me and Destiny are sitting in the playroom. And I'm playing a game on the GameCube. I can't remember which one. And Destiny, she like looks over. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She's like, nothing. I'm like, okay. She's like, did you see that? I'm like, see what? I was like, no, I was playing the game. See what? She's like, nothing. I'm like, okay. Whatever. Then, all we hear, clear as day, I'm a little princess. Me and her looked at each other. We looked around the room. And again, we both jetted out the room. And so by the time we made it out of our bedroom into the hallway, we both were like, no way. No way did that just happen. Danielle. It was Danielle. She did it. So, me and Desi, we go. And we're like, it was you. You said that, didn't you, Danielle? And she's like, no. No, I've been out here with Grandma the whole time. And then we're like, has she been out here with you the whole time? And my grandmother's like, yeah. She's been out here with me the whole time. What are you talking about? Freaked us out. But we hadn't seen anything up to this point, right? This is all like creepy, and we even tried. Okay, so why I added this like little portion is because we're like, afterward we're like, no, it had to have been a doll. Maybe like something's batteries died. Something, right? And it was like, so we went, tore the room completely apart, looking for something that said, I'm a little princess. Nothing. Every time I wouldn't go in there by myself. After that, I was like, And so I would wait for them to go in there and then go in there, because I was like, no, The princess can have her room, you know? No. So, then, something else that was like spooky that was always happening was my sister had a horse. It stood like, I would say, a good 4 feet, 3 to 4 feet off the ground. And on its ear, if you press the button, it's saying home on the range. So it's like, it's saying something, oh Susanna. It's saying home on the range, oh Susanna, and something else. And every time, like I said, there was the curtains there. And then we had him kind of like in the thing facing the room, not our room, facing the playroom, but he was in between the doorway. And we were always having him facing the room. But every time we came home from school, in the middle of the night, oh my god, that thing creeped me out so much in the middle of the night. You'd go to sleep, it would be facing into the playroom. Wake up in the middle of the night, it's facing my bed or Danielle's bed. It's facing into the bedroom. Why we didn't move it, who knows? Like, it was a really big item, and there was not a lot of places to put it. And it was definitely not coming in the room. So, that's why I had to stay there. So, fast forward back to the me staying up watching Naruto all night. So, I'm staying up and watching Naruto. Like I said, our living room was when we first came in. And our living room had the door and then two windows. So, the door was in the middle, two windows. You open the door. My mom and dad put the computer right in front of that window. So it wasn't sitting in front of the window like this. Like, it wasn't facing the window, but it was like beside the window. So it was like how I'm facing right now, like this. So it's facing into the dining room, but next to the window. And so, I'm on that, like I said, watching Naruto. I'm like, I'm getting tired, I want to go to sleep. So an episode ends, and you have to wait for like commercials and everything to go on. And I look over, and there's this white figure. And it looked like a woman in a dress. And she was seriously bent over. Like I said, we had old-timey doorknobs, so they had the big, where you can like fit a skeleton key in there. So you could look through the keyhole into our bedroom. All of the doors were like that in every single room. So, I look over, and it looks like she's bent over looking into the keyhole into our bedroom. And at first, I thought it had been because I was staring at the screen, and I thought maybe my vision had went fuzzy. So I closed my eyes and blinked and looked, and she didn't disappear. And I was like, you know what? I ain't tired no more. So I stayed up that whole entire night because I was not about to go back in the bedroom. After that, I told my sisters about it. They believed me. After that, there was a night, because on the weekends, I stayed up. Because I was like, that's, and that's a child's brain, right? Like, why the hell would you stay up? But, like, I guess my train of thought was like, I'm not going to sleep because then she's going to be watching me while I sleep. So, where's my train of thought going? So, that's where it was. One night, because we had told my mom and dad this, and they were like, crazy. Stop watching scary movies, like, there's nothing in this house, you need to stop it, there's no ghosts, there's no nothing. So one night, oh, that was another thing. I told my mom that at night, from the playroom, you could smell, I thought it was cigarettes because I was a little kid, but now, as an adult, I know that it was cigar. Like, in the middle of the night, you could smell cigar smoke. And my dad and my mom both smoke cigarettes, but neither of them smoke cigars. Neither of them. So I tell her, I said, Mommy, at night you can smell that. And she's like, again, you're crazy, whatever. So I'm staying up this night. Everyone stayed up with me. And my mom comes rushing down the thing into my bedroom. Our bedroom. Who is cooking meatballs and apple pie? At this time, like, I'm a pretty good cook, right? At this time, I wasn't even allowed to use the stove. Seriously. I didn't start actually, like, cooking using the stove until I was, like, 14, 15. At this time, I was not allowed to use the stove. At all. By myself. Had to be supervised. So, I knew that if I used a stove, no, would have been in trouble. So she comes, who's making meatballs and apple pie? No one. We're not even allowed to use the stove. What the hell are you talking about? She's like, no. Aw. Got something on myself. She's like, no. Someone is cooking. She goes out in the kitchen. Turns on the light. Opens the oven, it's still hot. She's like, did you guys heat something up in the microwave? We're like, nope. And she's like, go to bed. And the next morning, I'm like, see, Mommy, I told you that at night. And she's like, you guys were cooking something. I'm like, no, we're not. She's like, yeah. The kitchen leads right around into that back room. So that's why I didn't catch you guys. Because you came around into your bedroom. We're like, no. That is not what happened. We were not cooking. Even to this day, if like I bring it up, she's like, you guys were cooking. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't. Danielle wasn't. Nobody was cooking. And let me tell you, we lived out in the country. This house I'm talking about was out in the country. It was not like in the city to where like your next door neighbor is cooking apple pie and you're like, who cooking apple pie? No. This was in the country. You're not smelling your neighbor's dinner. That's not happening, you know? So, there's no way that she would have smelled like old Jim Bob down the street's apple pie. That was not going to happen. But, I'm full. This was delicious. I hope you guys ate with me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And, come back again to see my beautiful face and the food I eat. I'll tell another story from a different house I lived in. If you guys want to hear it, hit the like button. Let me know you guys want to hear it, and